This is, in fact, the Kop, the famous Anfield Kop, the mecca of soccer. Most Saturdays you'll find 20 or 30,000 people here, all crammed together, chanting and singing their hymns of praise. They need their myths and their rituals and their songs. And if you come here on Saturday, you'll hear them ranting and raving and shouting for their favourite team, Liverpool.
You can't put it into words. It's a feeling inside you. When you get in there, you'll know what it's all about. If you've never been in there, you've never lived.
You just can't describe it. It's just great, you know. It's just fabulous. It's just brilliant, all the atmosphere and everything. It's too good to be true.
I travel all the way from Wolverhampton just to get in there, and there's nothing better.
Why is it called the Spion Kop over a mountain?
The Spion Kop, I don't know.
It's just named after a hill in Korea, and that's how it got its name, the Spion Kop. You can look over everything on the pitch as well.
Well, it was named after the thingy, wasn't it? You know, thingy, wasn't it?
I don't know.
You get a good view, don't you?
Yeah, it's great. You'd have a great sing.
Well, the Spion Kop is actually an Afrikaans word. It means a good spec, a good place to stand. In fact, it was a hill fought over in the Boer War in South Africa, and many Liverpool regiments were involved, and that name came back. There's no doubt the Kop are in love with Shankly. It's a great relationship. He came here and he took us out the second division. He's led us to the promised land. When he got the Manager of the Month award, they gave him this great big bottle of whiskey, and everyone knows he doesn't drink. In fact, the rumour is that he uses this as embrocation.
Good afternoon, and on Radio Merseyside today, full coverage of the derby match. After the game between Liverpool and Everton and Anfield, we'll be there. Merseyside. But also, without more ado, let's get right up to date with team details from our man at the ground, Eddie Hemmings.
Good afternoon and welcome to Anfield. And packed inside the ground this afternoon are 56,000 Merseysiders, and 26,000 of them are standing on the terracing behind the Kop goal. And they must really be hoarse after all the singing and chanting in the past 3/4 of an hour. No wonder they say that this is the most vociferous crowd in the country.
Being a spectator, being a Kopite, is participating in the game. It's no longer a spectator sport, soccer nowadays. You're out there and you're taking part. In addition to this group activity, you've got the individuals. They never change. They stand there like Nelly Panther and they give their individual comments to the game. Her mate Michelle always turns up. She's cursing the referee, cursing the other players.
The last 4 years I've held a season ticket on the Kop, and I go every match unless there's a terrible clash of weddings. If there's a 3 o'clock wedding, I can get in for half time. If there's a 4 o'clock, I go for the first half. I really enjoy being on the Kop. I like its commitment, I like its fairness, I like its humour.
But you know, the stories, like, there was years ago when before this, the lights were on, they brought the white ball out, and they used to bring a white ball on when it went a bit dusk. And we're all sitting there, and it went dusk, but we're getting beat 4-2. I think it was Wolverhampton who were beating us. I think it was a Saturday game, yeah. And they shouted for the white ball, referee singing for the white ball, and one voice come out of 28,000 people and shouted, "It's not a white ball you want, it's a bloody white stick." Well, the whole cop uproar, you know, all the time, and this is what it's all about. It's just funny being there.
I remember when we were in the Cop, and the fellow was coming round with the half-time papers, and he shouted, "Stoke Margarine factory got broken into," and one of the cops shouted, "I believe he butted the night watchman." And somebody else said, "He was spread out all over the place." Oh, well, it's the great. This is, as I say, the greatest in the world. When they found out that they were playing Newcastle, one of the cops said, "Did you hear about the Geordie and the Scouser walking through the jungle?" And the Scouser said, "Are they war drums?" And the Geordie said, "No, they're theirs."
Yeah. It's when you go Saturdays, you walk into the ground, you're going on your own, you know, you walk in, and you know you've got 28,000 mates with you, they're singing, you know, and you can sing, you can shout, but when one fella starts singing, it's not you thinking of the words come naturally because the whole cop's singing this. You know, it just, you can't explain a feeling unless you're actually there.
Well, I'm just in the middle, actually, of trying to get a song going, you know, to commemorate getting to Wembley once again. It's very difficult to compose a song because it's got to be a catchy tune, you know, that'll get on with the rest of the lads on the Cop. They can easily pick it up and that. And also, secondly, it's got to be, you know, getting a dig at the other team as well as, you know, glorifying our own boys. The particular one I'm working on now is to the tune of Blade and Races, which is a well-known Geordie song. Only this one goes... "Oh, me lads, you should have seen us ganning down the Wembley way, smiles upon our faces, on our way to lift the cup with Bill Shankly's aces. Wembley is the place for us to kick over the traces. Super Mac is only good, and he won't get any spaces." And that's as far as I've got up to now. And on another song I've been working out here, which I've nearly completed, which will be the main one on the day, all the lads will be singing this one when we get together. And this one goes like this. I'll sing this one for you anyhow. It goes... "It's a long way to Wembley Stadium, but we'll be there, we know. The Kopites will be singing as the Reds they lick the foe. Farewell, little Carlisle, goodbye Newcastle too. It's the FA Cup for the Kopites and nothing for you." But that's, as I said, that one is going to be the main one, but I'm just working away, you know.
The myth of the Cop is that there's a hidden conductor in the middle there conducting, and it isn't that. It's just the group feeling. Everyone has the same cultural background, the same breadth of joke.
I remember we were playing Birmingham, and it was thick of fog on Anfield Road then, and there was a roar, they'd scored, Liverpool had scored, and the Cop shouted out, "Who scored?" And Anfield Road shouted, "Tony Haley." And the Cop shouted back right away, "Thank you very much for the information. Thank you very, very, very much."
This is what makes it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What makes going to Anfield. You know, you keep on saying about the feeling there, but you know, you're part of the team. The whole team's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go in there, it's round you, it's with you. You know, and you get this bit about fellas there, the old story about the Cop going there and get a wet leg and all this. This is all part of being Liverpool supporter. It never happens, does it? It's only newspaper talk, isn't it, really? Well, a couple of times. But, you know, it's part of being Liverpoolian, like, you know.
Bill Shankly once said that the Kopites are the professionals amongst supporters and the rest are amateurs, and that is the most truthful word that anyone's ever said about us, because we are professionals, and inside the Cop, apart from the atmosphere in that, you've also got a great deal of superstition. You've got guys who'll go to the same spec on the Cop every week, And if they found that by accident they can't get to that spec and they get beat, they blame the fact that they weren't on that spec. You know, I always wear the same scarf, I'll always wear the same pair of shoes, the same pair of trousers, you know, and I think in the end, you know, I'll end up looking like a tramp going to the game, but that's the way we think, that's the way we live, you know. Liverpool's our team, Liverpool's our religion.
I always say this, if you feel depressed, or you've got any depressions at all, this is the greatest psychiatrist in the world, is this cop. The greatest, I don't care where you go. People come just to listen to the songs, to listen to the humour. There's never any trouble. You get the occasional nitwits in any way, but they were great.
Actually, as Steve said, it's like psychiatry. They go there to have a bloody good day out. That's the whole top and bottom of it, a good day out. Football's incidental, I think, to half these people. They want to go there and be with the Kopites, be associated with them.
One of the basic chants of the Kop is "We want football," and that's what they come here for, football. They're dedicated to Liverpool, but it's football they love. They'll also materially affect the course of a game. There's no doubt that the Kop are worth 1 or possibly 2 goals to Liverpool. And no surrender, that's the big battle cry. And I've seen it physically change a game. I've seen Liverpool 2 goals down, 10 minutes to go. And no surrender has physically affected the game, and Liverpool actually won 3-2. Well, since the war, the total amount of damage caused in this ground by the so-called hooligans that the press are always talking about is total £5. And the real reason for that is that there is no viciousness about this audience. They love their game and they come here to sing and shout, and the weapons are not bottles or bricks. Their weapons are songs and witticisms. And that's the contest they play with the other set of fans. No viciousness, no hooliganism. It's letting off steam in a witty, harmless, peaceful way.
Well, today's game was not being exactly typical of a match at Anfield football ground on a Saturday because it was the local derby, but an idea of how active the police have been in dealing with a crowd of 56,000. We've made 9 arrests and we've thrown 12 people out of the ground for various forms of minor misbehaviour.
There is one sad thing to me to being a football supporter today. That's where the game is losing out to what I would call the young 17-year-old hooligan. I'm sad about this because I realise that the violence that he needs to identify with is a product of the spirit of the professional game itself, where the stakes are so high, and also that city life is a pretty grim place to live in. But it still saddens me that this sort of aggression, violence, call it what you will, keeps out of the game a lot of people that really should be back in the game. I mean, the married man, the middle-aged guy who's given so much to the game. And unless something is done about the 18-year hooligan, the game, I think, is going to diminish very considerably.
Parade, shot. Parade, dismiss.
Leeds? Wow, Leeds aren't in the cup.
No, they're not now.
We're talking about Newcastle now. There's a side. Yeah, Sunderland last year. It'll be Newcastle this year. It's a nap. Middlesbrough promotion.
What have they got? Just go through the players.
Newcastle for the cup.
I love to hear you
Fantastic goalkeeper.
I love to hear you Evertonians rattle on about a load of flipping garbage, I tell you.
McFall, he's a far better keeper than any fella that you've got. Clements, no chance. He's a no-markies, Clements.
Why is he in the England party then?
When you get to Wembley, you'll have the shakes going up the back of your spine when those fellas take
plenty of hankies with you.
but after the game.
For waving?
Jackie
No, for
Milburn.
Oh, I
Remember
see.
him? Remember Joe?
I'm not as old as
Jackie.
you. I'm not as old as you, you know.
This fella MacDonald, he'll poke right 3 or 4 past
Walk past you.
No problem.
Well, I hope you're there to
Easy
see it.
places.
I do, honestly, because...
Anyway, have a drink on me. Have a Newcastle Brown.